Where's my calculator? Hey, how are you? How are you? Mm, 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 mm. Good, good. Glad that it's Friday. It's almost the weekend. Maybe we can get some rest, relaxation, if that is such a thing while you're in nursing school. You got to make it a thing. You can't pour out of an empty cup. Yeah. I just came on to do a couple of questions this afternoon with these puzzle pieces of mine. So if y'all will double tap in, I appreciate it. Let me know what program of study you're in. LPN, RN, BSN, Accelerated. LPN, RN, BSN, Accelerated, Bridge. Oh, Nika, look at you getting that 80. So, congratulations. I do have the stream going on YouTube right now as well. Y'all know I got my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN. So I try to get all my live sessions here and there. So if you see something here and you want to go back to it, it's already there by the time that we get done studying. So yeah, hybrid, hybrid, like in class and online, Chandler. Do it every day, LPN to RN. I don't blame you, lovable, unstoppable. If you go too hard, then you'll burn out and you just burn and crash. We don't want that. We don't want thoughts. But let's do this. I got a couple of questions. And then, yeah, if y'all have any questions, let me know. This is a very interactive live. For those who have not been here before, hey, I'm Narcia, Blessed RN, and I help thousands of nursing students defeat dosage calculations with my puzzle pieces of dimensional analysis. So here I do dimensional analysis. Do I like desired over half? No. I feel like it sets you up for failure in the end. It's like, okay, you're doing these problems, you're whipping through them, you're doing it's just like, what? So, dimensional analysis is my go to, especially if you're not mathematically inclined, which is okay because that's not going to stop you from being a nurse or stop you from being successful in this course. Okay. Alrighty. So, let's start off with a little conversion. So, the way that I do dimensional, you're welcome, JoJo. The way that I do dimensional analysis, I don't look at it as a math problem. Okay. I look at it as solving a puzzle. It makes it less intimidating and it kind of, it's like solving a puzzle. So, the first thing that we do is we look at the problem and see what the goal is. That goal is going to be your picture on your puzzle box, okay? So, our goal is teaspoons. This is what we want our equation to look like once we get done canceling out and crossing out our units of measure. Okay, that's what I mean by the goal. That's the only thing that you want left because that's what the question is asking you for. Okay, our puzzle pieces are going to be information from the question. So 120 milliliters is what needs to be converted. And then we need to know our conversions. So it's super duper important that you know your metric conversion, your household conversion, your weights, your distance, length, whatever. Okay. Know them so that it's easier to go through dosage calc, whether you use my method or if you use formulas, you're still going to need to know them. Okay. So we know that 1 teaspoon equals 5 milliliters. Okay. So I am always, never fail, always going to start with my goal. If you start with what you're looking for, you won't have to go and find it. Okay. So that means that teaspoon is going to be first and it's going to be on top because you want to be first and you want to be on top. Okay. So I have teaspoon with a puzzle piece. What's together stays together. What's single stays single and by itself. So what's together is on its own puzzle piece. What's single is on its own puzzle piece as well. Okay. So I'll put my teaspoon on the top, my 5 milliliters on the bottom. Now we've got the goal. Everything that else that comes behind it has to be canceled out. You cancel out your units or your puzzle pieces by having the same unit of measure on the top and on the bottom. So I can't have a liter on top of a milliliter and expect for it to cancel out because a milliliter is 1,000 times smaller than a liter, right? So I've got a puzzle piece with milliliters on it, so I can put it right there on the top and it will cancel out. And remember, I said what's together stays together, what's by itself is single. So if it's single, I'm gonna let it be known it's one. That one is like a placeholder. It does not change the value of 120 because when you multiply or divide anything by one, it's going to be itself. It's just going to show you that it's in that numerator. So once we get our equation done, we can do the math now. So we have to multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator, then divide the numerator by the denominator. So the top by the bottom. Okay. So 1 times 120 is 120. 5 times 1 is 5. And what's that? 24? Is that what y'all got? Sometimes I have to double check my simple math. Yup, that's what it is. So that's 24 teaspoons. And this, my friends, is how we're going to do all of our dosage calculation problems, except for a handful. Some of them have specific formulas that have been calculated by much smarter people than I. So we have to know those formulas and do them a different way. But for the rest of them, you use the same method with the puzzle pieces. Okay. So let's do something else. Hey to everybody who's come in. Y'all double tap in, share the live, and tell me what program of study you are in. LPN, RN, BSN, accelerated. Somebody's doing a hybrid. I wish I could have done a hybrid associate. That would have been clutch right there. 1 day of class a week, and then the rest is online. Look at you, Chandler. I like that. What state are you in? I'm in Alabama. They don't have that here that I know of. So that's really interesting to see. LPN, okay, okay, that's what's up. So a lot of people ask me, does this work for LPN and RN? Yes, 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 it does. Engineering physics. Tess, what you doing here then? I'm not kicking you out. You're welcome to stay. Trust. But physics is the difference between me being a pharmacist and me being a nurse. I was not going down that road. Teaching yourself and you go to Albany State University in Georgia. Okay, cool. So we're neighbors. Neighbor. Going into LPN, want to get ahead. Okay, that's what's up. You're going to be an accountant. All right then. So I don't free. It's like puzzles. Once you get the hang of it and you get the puzzle pieces and canceling and crossing out, it becomes fun. Okay. So this one is converting pounds and ounces to just pounds. Okay. Marina, you pass your dosage. Yes, congratulations. We celebrate here. Those who study with me, they come back on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. That's when I study my official times. This one's just an impromptu session in the afternoon on a Friday. So that's the nights that I do an official live session and we deep dive and go in, okay? So when they come back, we clap for you because all victories deserve to be celebrated. So congratulations. All right. So this is going from pounds and ounces just to pounds. So what we'll have to do is convert our ounces to pounds and then we can add our 8 pounds to combine terms. Okay. So our goal is pounds, right? And we are going to be converting the ounces because we already got 8 pounds. So I know that 1 pound is 16 ounces, and then I've got 10 ounces that need to be converted. So let me see who's paying attention. If my goal is pounds, what am I going to start with in my equation, in my puzzle? And this is very interactive live. I don't like feeling like Dora the Explorer, asking a question and blinking at the screen. So y'all talk back. Talk to me. Y'all talk back. Exactly. Lovable, unstoppable pounds, right? So this puzzle piece has my pounds in it, right? So it'll go first and it'll go on top. So 1 pound is 16 ounces. And then we've got ounces on the bottom. That's how I know what comes next. That unit that's at the bottom, if it's not a part of the goal, then I know it needs to be canceled out. I don't have ounces in my goal. It's just pounds, and we've already got goal. So everything else that comes behind it in the puzzle has to be canceled. So I'll put my 10 ounces on the top. It's single. I'll put it over one, and everything is now gone. What comes next? That unit that's at the bottom, if it's not a part of the goal, then I know it needs to be canceled out. I don't have ounces in my goal. It's just pounds, and we've already got goal. So everything else that comes behind it in the puzzle has to be canceled. So I'll put my 10 ounces on the top. It's single. I'll put it over one, and everything is. That's why you need a calculator. Hey. So that's pounds, okay? So we'll take our light them, okay? So I have 8 pounds that was in the other part of the weight. So we'll just add it to what we found our pounds and ounces, our ounces and pounds to be, right? So then that's how many pounds that our patient weighs. You just combine the like terms. All right. Simple, right? Simple. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, let's get into some hard stuff then. Ooh. Ooh. All right. The provider has ordered 275 IV milligrams IV of drug V, and it's added to 1 liter of normal saline. Available is 1,000 milligrams of drug V in a vial, which, when reconstituted, yields a concentration. How much drug V will be added to the IV solution? Okay. So, what's going to happen? An IV bag filled with normal saline. You have to add a drug to it so that that drug is diluted in that normal saline and you're giving it to your patient. What has been ordered is drug V, 275 milligrams. That drug V is in a vial, but it's powdered. So reconstitution is big word for add liquid to a powder, shake it up so that it's a liquid and you can give it to your patient, okay? So we need to see how much of drug V is going to be added to that bag, that liter bag of normal saline. Okay. So a lot of people get thrown off by the fluff. That was a lot of fluff in this one. So when you have reconstitution problems, you want the ordered amount and you want the concentration of the medicine after it has been reconstituted. So you're going to concentrate on the concentration, okay? Concentrate on the concentration. So let's identify the fluff. What do we not need? We don't need the liter bag of fluid because we know that's going to be the swimming pool that it's going to swim around in. Okay, it's not asking about anything with the liter. Okay, available is 1,000 milligrams in a vial. That's nice to know, but what is the concentration? It says when reconstituted yields a concentration. This is always the value that you want to go with. So we've got 275 milligrams of drug V that we need. When it's reconstituted, it will be 550 mgs per 3 mLs. And so now we're looking for how many milliliters we're going to add to the normal saline. Okay? Y'all get what's going on here? Exactly. 1,000 milligrams is not needed. Not needed. All right. So since our goal is milliliter, what are we going to start with? And I repeat myself a lot because I want you to get it. And it's going to be the same way. That's how you get good at these. You practice and you do them the same way. Some people like 2 different methods. They like to do desired over half for easy stuff and then do dimensional for harder problems. But I do it the same way every single time so that I can get used to the wording. I can get used to defining the goal and getting the puzzle pieces, doing them the same way every single time. And that's how it becomes easier to you. Okay. So if I'm looking for milliliter, that's my goal. This puzzle piece has milliliter in it. So I'm going to flip it. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. You can always flip a puzzle piece because in real life, when they fall out the box, do they fall in position? No. You have to reposition it and flip it and rotate it, right? But that does not change that puzzle piece. That puzzle piece is still that piece. So 300 milliliters is per 550 milligrams, whether it's on the top or it's on the bottom. What we're doing is setting up our equation so that our numbers are in place so that the math will math for you, okay? All right, now I've got milligrams on the bottom because I already got my goal on the top. Remember, first and on top. Now I can use my puzzle piece with milligrams so that it will cancel out. So 275 milligrams over 1. My milligrams are gone, and now we can do the math. So we'll multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, divide the top by the bottom. If this is making sense to you, y'all drop some puzzle pieces in the comments for me. I'd appreciate it. Double tap that screen too. I appreciate that. So 3 times 275. That's going to be 825, right? And then 550 times 1 is 550. So not 500, 550. Boom. So 1.5 milliliters is what our answer would be. Any questions so far? Any questions? ¿Tienen preguntas? No? Okay, let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. How do you know to start with milliliter? So I always am going to start with this right here, the goal. The goal will be your very, very best friend to the very end. Do you hear me? It's going to help you start your equation. It's going to help you pick out your puzzle pieces. It's going to help you pick out that fluff. What else will it do? Mm, that's about it. It might do something else, but that goal is going to help you with so much. Okay. I always start with what I'm looking for. If you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it. You know, if you start with your goal, especially like if it's just like a single goal, because some stuff is like milliliter per hour or drop per minute, right? So you always start with that top goal and then you're working to that bottom one. That's how you know what needs to be canceled out. I always start with the order. You can do that. You can start with the order. You can start whatever you want to start with. You don't have to do nothing but stay your ethnicity or race and pass away. This is just helpful hints that have gotten thousands of calculations, like somebody who came on here earlier. Alrighty. An instructor like you would have made my life easier in high school. Oh man. Oh man. But here we are. Will there be a calculator on the exam? They normally let you use calculators on the exam programs that they require you to do hand calculations in long-term division. So it is per instruction, per professor. We're doing conversions right now in class. Okay. I got a conversion video on my website, well, on my YouTube channel, and I've got a practice quiz on my website too. So make sure you take advantage of it. All my links, and then my workbook is also there as well, which shows you how to do all of this with the puzzle pieces. Studying up for my skills, you and then my workbook. Where is my mouse? There it goes. There we go. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You didn't use a calculator last Saturday. Oh, shoot. Look at you. Come on. All right. So this one's a little different. It's an OB problem using Pitocin, right? So don't be freaked out when you see something different than a gram or a milligram, okay? Do not be freaked out. Do not. So that milli, so let's put the hay where the goats can get it. 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams, right? So just like 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams, 1 unit equals 1,000 milliunits. Okay? That prefix is what you need to focus on. That unit of measure, that base unit, the gram, the liter, the meter, gram, meter, liter, unit can change. But those prefixes from that King Henry died and all that jazz like that, that's what determines the value of it. So it's still 1 to 1,000, okay? It's just changing the unit of measure. So don't get thrown off when you see a different unit of measure, all right? So the pregnant client is being induced. The ordered rate of Pitocin is 4.2 milliunits per minute. The IV bag is 1,000 milliliters with 10 units of Pitocin. At what rate in milliliter per hour should the pump be set? All right, y'all tell me, what is the goal? We read the goal here. Talk to me, y'all talk back. Very interactive live. Thank you. Milliliter per hour. Okay. All right. So, what are our puzzle pieces? Remember, the things that go together stay together. What's single stays single. Okay? So, what is together? We've got 4.2 milliliter milliunits per minute. So that per, that's a wedding ring. They're married. They're together. So that's gonna stay together. 4.2 mu per minute. Okay. And then the IV bag is 1,000 milliliters with, that's a wedding ring too. They're together with 10 units of Pitocin floating around in it, right? Okay, those are the only two puzzle pieces that it gives. Let's set up our problem. So if we're looking for milliliter per hour, what are we going to start with? What unit of measure with the puzzle piece are we going to use first and on top? Okay, so this puzzle piece has milliliters in it, right? So I'm going to have my milliliters on the top. 1,000 milliliters with 10 units. Okay. Boom. We've got the top goal. So units is now on the bottom. This is how you tell what comes next. That bottom unit, 10 units is not in the goal. It's nowhere to be found, right? So it needs to be canceled out. So do I have a puzzle? And I'm going to cross this out so we can see that we've used it. Okay, so when I'm looking at my puzzle pieces, do I have a puzzle piece with units in it? No, we have a puzzle piece with milliunits. Remember, I cannot put a milligram on top of a gram, so I can't put a milliunit on top of a unit. I must with milliunits. Remember, I cannot put a milligram on top of a gram, so I can't put a milliunit on top of a unit. I'm still here. I'm still here. 1 unit is 1,000 milliunits. Okay. Now I can put my milliunits on the top. So that's this one. 4.2 milliunits per minute. And you see how I'm keeping everything that's together. All right. Now I've got minute on the bottom. Do I have minute in my goal? No, I do not. I have hour, so I'll need another time conversion. So I put minute on the top and hour on the bottom. I know that 60 minutes equals to 1 hour. And now my puzzle piece is completed. My puzzle is done. It's done. Okay. How do you know which one is on the top and which one is on the bottom? So remember what I said about the goal? That's what we want our equation to look like once we get done setting it up. I know this just didn't erase my whole thing. Did it? God dog it. Now I gotta write it out again. Oh! Oh, you see what happens? You see what happens. Alrighty. So what did we start with? 1,000 mLs over 10 units. 1 unit is 1,000 milliunits. And then what was that? 4.2 milliunits per minute times 60 minutes in 1 hour. That crosses out. That crosses out. That crosses out. Okay, so this right here, I always am going to start with the unit of measure that is on the top. Okay, I want my equation to look like this on the top and this on the bottom once I'm done setting it up. So if I go from puzzle piece to puzzle piece, I know that this unit on the bottom has to have the same unit of measure on the top to be canceled out, because if it's not a part of this, it's got to go. So that's how you know what comes next. How do you start the equation? I always start with this top goal. Or if it's just milliliter, I'm going to always start with the goal. It'll be first and it'll be on top. Then everything else that comes behind it, you know, has to cancel out until you are left with that bottom goal, which is hour. You want them to cancel out on the butterfly method. You're good because I just got here. Okay, if they're diagonal, you want them to be the same units to cancel out. I haven't heard of the butterfly method before, Destiny, but it sounds similar. I call them puzzle pieces because puzzle pieces sound better than math, doesn't it? A lot of people are scared of math, so yeah, yeah. Alrighty, so let's do it. 1,000 times 4.2 times 60 divided by 10 divided by 1,000. That's going to be 25.2 milliliters per hour. Boom. So how y'all like it? You like it so far? Is it making it make sense with dimensional? Because a lot of people don't like dimensional analysis. I didn't. I did not like it when I was in school. Hated it. I used to like ratio and proportion because I was good at math, you know? You love dimensional analysis. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend any other way now. Thank you. I never did dimensional in school, but you helped me learn for my NCLEX in 2 weeks. Did you pass your NCLEX now? I made 100 because of you. Oh, Cassie, congratulations. Congratulations. A cardiac drip is infusing at 15 milliliters per hour on an infusion pump. The drug is available as 50 milligrams and 500 mLs of D5W. How many micrograms per minute is the patient receiving? Okay, so this is different. This is one of your little kind of critical drip looking problems. They're usually micrograms per minute or microgram per kilogram per minute. So still, you can find out anything with your puzzle pieces. What's the goal? That's what we want to answer, right? And then with this method, you don't have to memorize any formulas. So that's what I like about this too. You got enough swimming around in your head with all the stuff that you're studying. And then when formulas, you have to remember them the exact way with the exact units of measure, try to figure out which one to use for what situation you got going on. With that, you just start with your puzzle pieces and the puzzles are going to complete either way it goes. So that's another pro to this method, okay? So what are our puzzle pieces? What are the things that are together? 15 ml per hour, okay? And then we have 50 milligrams in 500 mLs. So 50 mgs in 500 mLs. All right. Irma, that's what I'm doing for all of the problems. Dimensional analysis just works by using your units that are relative to each other, canceling out until you get to the unit that the question is asking you for. It's just using the relationships. This is all chemistry. Yeah, you use stoichiometry. That's what they call it in chemistry. dimensional analysis to do your stoichiometry. Okay, so what are we going to start with? A lot of people don't know how to start these questions, don't know where to start. All right, use your goal. Okay, we want micrograms on the top, but do we have micrograms? No, we don't. But what is my rule? We're always going to start with the goal. Always, 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 always. Okay. So we got a puzzle piece with milligram in it, right? We know that milligrams can be converted to micrograms. So I'm gonna know that the 1,000 micrograms equals 1 milligram. So I'm still starting with what I'm looking for. You start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it. Okay, so now I've got milligram at the bottom. So I know that that puzzle piece needs to come next. So 50 milligrams per 500 ml. Milligrams cancels out. Now I have my milliliter at the bottom. So I know that milliliters need to go next, right? So that's 15 ml over hour. They cancel out. Now I'm left with hour at the bottom. My goal tells me that I need minute at the bottom. So therefore, I'll put my hours at the top, my minutes at the bottom. I know that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. Puzzle complete. No formula used. 1,000 times 50 times 15 divided by 500 divided by 60. So it's going to be 25 micrograms per minute. Any questions? Any questions? I know you got some. Y'all make sure y'all join me on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. I do study sessions like this. They're about an hour, hour and a half long. Just depends on how long y'all try to hold me captive. Um, and I go over the same method. The same method. It's the puzzle piece approach to dimensional analysis. I do have a workbook that is this puzzle piece approach with over 300 plus problems in it. So if you want to peek at it, look at it, use it as me in book form and practice, 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 then it's in the link in my bio. Don't forget to go on my YouTube channel too. So if TikTok ever disappears, I've been doing this for like 2 years. So when TikTok went down, we still were studying on Study Buddy Sunday. Does this help with the T's exams, like the problems you do? For T's, you need Jakara Lewis because it's all different types of math on T's. This is more so for like med math and figuring out dosages. So Jakara Lewis, JAKARALEWIS, Jakara Lewis. Oh, I think I like it here. Oh, I think they like me. Oh, I think they, hey. Well, stay around for a little bit. Oh my God, thank you. You're helping me remember how to do dosage. You're welcome, Creed. Okay, Cece. Sissy. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry. Do you do tablet conversions? Yes, Daisy. I do all types of stuff. Hey Mar, how you doing? Can you help with metric conversions? Yeah, I started out with the metrics. So the replay of this study. Hey Mar, how you doing? Can you help with metric conversions? Yeah, I started out with the metrics. So the replay of this, because I'm on Facebook too. On Facebook, I post daily problems that you can practice, and the solutions pop up a little later. I have a basics playlist that tells you how to break down your metric conversion, and then quizzes that are on my website, so you can practice as well if you don't have the book right now. All right, this one is the big bad heparin. Everybody's afraid of heparin. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because if you misdosage misdose the heparin, you could either cause your patient to clot, which is why they're getting the heparin in the first place, or if you give them too much, they can bleed out. So it was very important. I have word problems. Like my phone, it's not your phone, it's my phone. It's they hating. They hate on our love. When I do day session, sometimes I don't know why it cuts out. I live in the country. Where are y'all tuning in from? I'm in Alabama. Just waddle my way over. It's not waddled. Waddle, 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 waddle. Okay. Yeah, I got all kind of quizzes on there. So just check it out. Your patient has an order to receive a heparin bolus of 1,500 units, followed by an IV drip of 14 units per kilogram per hour. The patient weighs 123 pounds. You have a heparin vial labeled heparin 1,000 units per milliliter. What will you give your patient for the initial bolus? What will you set your IV pump at for a continuous drip if your 1,000 ml bag is labeled 50,000 units of heparin? Thank you, Sammy. Nice way of teaching dosage calculations. Thanks. You're welcome. All right. So this one is a two-stepper. Okay. We have to find the bolus and then we have to find the drip. Okay. So how heparin works, it works on the weight of the patient. Okay. It's a weight-based problem. Heparin has to get into the bloodstream at a level that it's going to start working. So you have to give it one bolus. Bolus is big word, one time rapid administration. So you draw it up, you give it, it's gone. Okay. Then you maintain the level of heparin in the bloodstream with a drip that continuously goes into the vein. Okay. So when you see bolus and drip and all that, don't get anxiety. Just break it up. What's the bolus order goes with the bolus order in the medicine. What's the drip information goes with the drip and the weight of the patient and the bag of medicine. Okay. So let's do the bolus first. Bolus. All right. So how much will we give for the initial bolus? It tells us that 1,500 units is ordered. And then it tells us that we have a vial labeled with 1,000 units per milliliter. Okay. So we need to see how many milliliters to give to this patient for the bolus. Okay. So if we're looking for milliliters, what are we going to start with? Same thing that we've been starting with, milliliters. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it. Exactly. Milliliter over 1,000 units. And now I can put my 1,500 units on top. So what's that, 1.5 mLs? So that was easy peasy, lemon squeezy, puzzle peasy, whatever. It's not hard. Don't make it harder than what it has to be, okay? Split it up. Answer the question. Give the question exactly what it wants. Nothing more, nothing less, okay? So now we have to do the drip. So once you've drawn up that medicine and you're giving it to the patient in their veins, you got to start your drip, okay? So look, this is what we've already used for your bolus. So we don't need that anymore. Let's see what it says about the drip. So what's ordered is 14 units per kilogram per hour, okay? We've got 123 pounds that our patient weighs. And then we got a bag. See, continuous drip if your bag. Okay, so use your IV bag for the IV drip. 1,000 mLs with 50,000 units in it. Okay, so you could give an IV two ways, right? In a pump or via gravity. We're always going to want to give our heparin on that pump so we can make sure that they're getting an accurate amount of the prescribed heparin, okay? Because remember, if it's not enough, then they clot. If it's too much, then they bleed. So, yeah. You're going, okay, yes, Mar, you can. And don't forget, you can watch the replay too. You can slow it down, repeat it, flip it, reposition it, however. All right, so boom. The goal is milliliter per hour. If you have a pump, that is automatically big red flag. big clue for milliliter per hour, because there's the only way you can give an IV drop: milliliter per hour or drop per minute, volume over time. So if I'm looking for milliliter at the top, what am I going to start with? My milliliters, right? That's this puzzle piece right here. So 1,000 ml over 50,000 units. Boom, got my first goal. So units is not in the goal, right? So I know it needs to go on top. So that's this puzzle piece: 14 units per kilogram per hour. And it cancels out. Write your units by your numbers, because you see, that's what's the guiding force to this, the unit of measure. That's what's going to set your numbers up in the positions that they need to be in for multiplication and division. Okay. Now we've got kilogram and hour. Hour can stay because that's the bottom goal and it's on the bottom, okay? But kg has to go. My patient's weight is in pounds, so I'm going to have to do a conversion, okay? So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. I know that because I know my metric conversions by heart. And now I can put my 123 pounds over 1 because it's single. It does not equal a day. It does not equal a minute. It does not equal a nothing. It's just 123 pounds, okay? So now I can do the math because we got goal, right? Puzzle piece is completed. I need a live like this, but with Kim, your dear, Professor TK the chemist. She does lives like this. Professor TK the chemist. 1,000 times 14 times 123 divided by 50,000 divided by 2.2. I got 15.65. So let's round. Let's practice some rounding. Y'all good at rounding, or do y'all need a little refresher? You're welcome. You're very welcome. What if this told us to round to the nearest tenth place? You need a refresher? Okay, we can refresh. Sorry, my phone going off on a Friday. Okay, so if Brianna, stop. It's okay. Some of us haven't round since elementary school, and it's okay. So when you round and they tell you a place value that they want you to round to, you start at that place. So we're rounding to the tenths. We're rounding to the tenths. We're gonna start at the tenths place. You go one decimal place to the right, and if this number right here is 5 or more, you raise the score. If it's 4 or below, it's a no-go. So since it's 5, we're going to increase that place value by 1. So then it'll be 15.7 milliliters per hour. Y'all got it? Any questions? Thank y'all for liking the live. Thank you for the follows and the shares. I appreciate it. Okay, what happened to the number you solved in the beginning? I erased it because I had to have room to do the drip. Are you talking about the bolus part? Yeah, I think it was 1.5. That's what it was. 1.5 milliliters. The conversion in the beginning. Okay, yeah, the bolus one was 1.5. So if you're looking for, well, where to go? I need to see it again. The replay is available on my YouTube channel, a blessed RN. It's streaming right now, but once I get done and we get done studying, you can look at the of my sessions, unless there are technical difficulties. But yeah, All right, moving on. Did we need the bolus? Yeah, we already did the bolus. All right, moving on. Did we need the bolus? Yeah, we already. See how I be hating on us? When you try to help the students out, the internet just hates on you. All right, I'm still here. Y'all still here? We good? All right. The client weighs 115 pounds. Nurses to start drug D at 7.5 mics per kilogram per minute. Drug D is labeled as 400 milligrams in 250 milliliters of normal saline. How many milliliters per hour will the IV infuse? Okay, so what's the goal? That's the first step after we read the question, right? Milliliter per hour. That is my goal. Now, my puzzle pieces, I'm gonna write them to the side. You might want to try that. That's a little tidbit. If you are having trouble reading through the problems, trying to see what to pick out, what to use, put your puzzle pieces to the side. So then you'll know what you have to work with. I don't know. Try it out. See if you like it. All right. Boom. We need the three P's for our weight based problems. Just like that heparin was weight based, we use the patient's weight, the product, and the prescription. So PPP, not the loan, but the PPP of the puzzle pieces. I like that. All right. Boom. So the patient weighs 115 pounds. Okay. The prescribed amount is 7.5 micrograms per kilogram per minute. Then our product is 400 milligrams in 250 mLs. Okay. And those are all our puzzle pieces. You keep together what's together. What is single is by itself. Okay. Not ready to mingle. All right. So, what are we going to start with if our goal is milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom? Milliliter. The same thing that we've been starting with the whole time. You see how I've done these problems the same way? Several different problems, different types of problems, but it's the same way. I just know this will be the no, Bella, because I didn't like dimensional analysis at all in gym chem or nursing school. But see, this is not math. We're simply solving puzzles, okay? Come down this road with me, if you will, okay? It's a little less intimidating. And then I think the analogy kind of makes it make sense, okay? So, period. Yes, we speak life. I shall live and not die. I will live and declare the works of the Lord. Okay. Boom. So, milliliter is in this puzzle piece, right? We're going to flip it so that it's on top. Because remember, our goal tells us that we want the milliliters on the top. So, 250 ml over 400 milligrams. Now, I know that milligrams is what's on the bottom, so I had to have milligrams on the top because it's not in the goal. My next goal is hour. Okay. So that's not hour on the bottom. So it's got to go. So my puzzle piece has microgram in it. I cannot put a microgram on top of a milligram because it's 1,000 times smaller than that, right? So 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. Now they cancel out. Cancel out your units of measure at every step. That's how you know what comes next. Okay. Now I got microgram at the bottom. That's not hour, is it? No. So it has to cancel out. So this puzzle piece has microgram in it, and I can put it together and it will cancel it out. And remember, what's together stays together. They are on a puzzle piece together. Okay. Now we've got kilogram and minute at the bottom. Neither one of those is what? Hour, right? So kgs will be canceled out with the weight. Our weight is in pounds, so I'll just use my conversion. 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Kilograms crosses out, and now I can put my 115 pounds on the top and it'll cross out as well. The last step is minute. I know that minutes converts to hours. So 60 minutes is 1 hour. Puzzle complete. dosage count with my ass yesterday. Oh no. What did y'all have on your test? Uh, Folakemi? Folakemi? You lady. I don't want to mess up your name. I need this. I have a med dosage exam Thursday in farm. Okay, it will stay around a little bit, Taylor. Why did you put the 1,000? Okay, so look, because I had milligram at the bottom, my puzzle piece right here is in micrograms. So you cannot put a microgram on top of a milligram, okay? You have to have that exact same unit of measure for it to cancel out what's on the top and what's on the bottom. So therefore, I had to use my milligram to microgram conversion. So, milligram, 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. That comes from knowing your metric conversions. And you need to know those by heart in order to be successful at dosage. Whether you do it my method or desire or ratio, whatever, you got to know your conversions. All right, boom. We need to solve the problem, I guess. All of them are 1,000. Moses, absolutely. 1,000, 1,000, and 1,000. Exactly. Let's see, 250 times 7.5 times 115 times 60. And if you're wondering, how am I doing all of this in the calculator and not writing it down? I'm going to tell you. It's the calculator trick. So, normally what you would do is multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, divide the top by the bottom, right? Well, when I multiply it across the top, look at this big old number. Who wants to write all of that down? And then what if you forget a digit? What if you forget a zero? You know, a zero can change your outcome greatly, either big or small. So I'm going to keep all of it inside the calculator. So I just did all of my numbers across the top multiplied, right? So I'm going to do it again. 250 times 7.5 times 115 times 60. I'm going to hit divide. Now I'm going to enter all of my numbers in the bottom row in the numerator, and I'm going to hit divide in between those. So 400 divide 1,000 divide 2.2. And I'll hit the equal key one time, and then I'll have my answer. 14.7. All right. Sorry. Alrighty. Let's see what y'all saying. It was something like this, especially with the weights, and we had a question. Yeah, I love weight based, but you see how the puzzle pieces kind of make it easy. And some people are like, well, do you need to know another method to double check this? No, because you see everything is canceled out except for what it is that you're looking for. If you still had a puzzle piece that remained and was not canceled, and it was a part of the goal, then you know you missed something. I feel like I would really love doing it this way when I get to hang. Yes, it gets to be fun. You got to slow yourself down because you don't want to keep on crossing out, but you have to look at the goal. You just want it to look like the goal. Once you have the goal, stop. Tobramycin 1.25 milligrams per kilogram. IMQ12 available was 0.2 grams per milliliter. Okay, that was your question. All right, we'll do it. So far, I watched a few of your problems and it makes sense. My dosage exam is in March. Cool. I pray that you do really well. My dosage exam is tonight at midnight. How did my FYP read my procrastinate? And you still on the FYP. I'm tickled, but I'm glad you're here. What did I say PPP stand for? PPP is for when you have a weight-based problem, right? So that's going to be P, the patient's weight, P, the prescription, P, the product, so the medicine, okay? So the patient's weight, the prescribed amount, and then the product. Hey, Professor TK, somebody was asking about a chemistry lab earlier. Let me see. Can I tag? Can I pin this? I don't know. I don't know. Can I do it? Yeah, I can. Boom. That's who. That's who does the live sessions. She's awesome. I normally do the formula method, but I heard dimensional analysis, you'll never get the a problem wrong. You're absolutely right, Shanice, Danielle. And then you don't have to memorize formulas either. So let me see about this one. Let's see. This came from my private session. So if y'all do need one-on-one tutoring, I do have openings. I do small groups too, up to 5. So that's a little bit more economically sound for some students too. So if you want to study with friends or study individually, then my link is in my website. Girl, I'm sat down. I'm SAT now. I'm weak. Hey. All right. Yes. Okay. All right. So it's true. I just passed with a 100. Come on, Nikki. Mm. All right. So what was this question? Y'all done moved it up on my comments. All right. So we had tobramycin. Tobramycin. Y'all know what type of drug tobramycin is? This is my little sprinkle of pharmacology that I include every now and then. 1.25 milligrams per kilogram IM. Don't get used to it, okay? And don't be asking about fundamentals and med surge and all of that. Dosage calculations is my baby, and she is an only child. All right, available is zero point 0.2 grams per milliliter. I don't see a question, so I'm going to assume that we are going to be looking for how many milliliters to give to our patient, okay? So, what I want you to know is that this right here is for one dose. If it does not have another slash behind it, it says minute, hour, day, dose. It is assumed to be one dose because what class is this? Dosage calculations. Okay. So that is for one dose. If they wanted to ask for day, milliliter per day, then you would need this right here. That's your frequency. Your frequency is how many doses are in the day. So that's when you would use that. But since we're only looking for a dose, then we'll just use this part right here. Okay. So my puzzle pieces are going to be 1.25 milligrams per kilogram. Oh, we don't have a weight. What's the weight of the patient, girl? So 1.25 milligrams per kilogram. What's available is zero point 0.2 grams per milliliter. And there were 183 kgs or pounds? Pounds. Okay, and there were 183 pounds. All right. Boom. So we're going to start this one just the same way as we started all of the other ones. Okay. So with milliliters, this puzzle piece right here has the milliliters in it. It's going to go first and on top. So I'm going to flip it. Milliliter over zero point 0.2 grams. And we've used it, right? Now, we don't have any puzzle pieces with grams. Our other puzzle piece has milligrams. So I know I need that gram to cancel out what's on the bottom, right? So 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. This is my conversion. So if you don't have it in the puzzle pieces from the problem, you can always use your conversions, okay? So now I got milligram at the bottom. This puzzle piece has my milligram in it. Whoa, 1.25 milligram per kilogram. And I'm going to cancel my milligrams out. Now I've got kg, right? We've already got the goal, so we know that everything else after it cancels out. I don't have kgs, I have pounds. So my conversion is 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. And now I can put my 183 pounds over 1 because it's by itself. It does not equal to anything, and everything has now crossed out. You like this way? Yes. It's called the puzzle piece approach to solving dimensional analysis. Workbook available on my website. Bam. All right. 1.25 times 183. I'm using the calculator method. Divide 0.2, divide 1,000, divide 2.2. So they would get 0.51 milliliters. If this asks for us to round to the nearest tenths place, what would our answer be? Whoa, the nearest tenth place. Who opens doors? All right. So if you start at the 10th place right here, that's the place that they want you to round to. That's where you start at. So I underline it. I'm going to go right to its neighbor, right? If it's 4 or below, it's a no go. So it don't change, right? So it'll be zero point 0.5 milliliters. Y'all like it? You like it? We do this math in pharmacy school. Yes, Giselle. Oh, that's my baby's middle name. Love it. GG. So yeah, we do it in dosage calculations in pharmacology class, and it don't go away. Like, it's there throughout the whole program. The whole program. You're welcome. So you see how you use your goal and your puzzle pieces to complete the puzzle. Puzzle, not math. The only math that we're doing is multiplication and division. And you could do that. You could do that. I told my whole class to come find you on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you, Rachel Farmer 1124. I appreciate it. That is the highest kind of appreciation that you can give. It's word of mouth, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate it. All right, what's this? What is this? What is this? 1 liter of 0.9% normal saline has been running for 50 minutes and is to be infused over 6 hours. How many milliliters have been administered already? Oh, this is a little different. Definitely, I think the PPP method you mentioned will help earlier. Hold on, y'all. I got my dispatcher calling me. Hold on, hold on. All right, my bad. Okay, so what? PPP, patient prescription product. So your patient's weight, the prescribed order, and your product, the concentration of your medicine. So P, P, and P. Not the loan that folks was going to jail for, you know what I'm saying? Where is it? I guess I did. Okay. All right. So we need to see how many milliliters has been gone for over these minutes, right? So what is our goal? Milliliters, right? So what do we have? 1 liter is to be infused over 6 hours, and it's been running for 50 minutes. Those are the puzzle pieces that we have, right? What are we looking for? Looking for how many milliliters has been gone over 6 hours, but it's just been 50 minutes. So we'll start with what we're looking for, which is milliliter. Do we have milliliters? No, but we can start conversion. It's always okay to start with a conversion. Whatever that goal is telling you that it wants, you give it. You know that song, whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Give the goal what it wants, okay? That's how you get the points. That's how you pass nursing school, okay? So, okay, that's how you get the points. That's how you pass nursing school, okay? Okay, and okay, and then leaders crosses out. And now I could do I don't have hours, right? Oh my gosh. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. Boom. And it's been going for 50 minutes. And so therefore I'm left with my milliliters. Yep, you converted. Exactly. So where is my phone? 1,000 times 50 divided by 6 divided by 60. So 138.8 milliliters, 88888. Okay. What if we want to round to the nearest whole number? What would our answer be? Exactly. Y'all are getting it. Is there a particular order that you're supposed to learn dosage calc in? For example, conversions, then simple, Lord mercy, then simple problems, then IVs. So conversions are definitely first. You have to have your metric conversions down packed before you try to deep dive into all this other stuff. Because you see how we're using conversions in all of these problems? You gotta learn the conversions first. That is my biggest suggestion. All right, so boom. Hey Lantra, how you doing, girl? Milliliters. I'm from Jamaica. Okay, we do conversion first. All right, come get me. I'm on a vacation in Jamaica. Bruh. Which place is the tenths and which place is the hundreds? Okay, so this is going to be your tenths place. This is going to be your hundreds. And then the place after that would be your thousandths with the TH on there. Okay? And then every number that is to the of the decimal, that's the whole number. Okay? Alrighty. Let's see what else we Alrighty. Let's see what else we Y'all have any questions so far? Is this making sense to y'all? Do you like the puzzle pieces? I really like dimensional analysis via the puzzle piece method because it takes all of the uncertainty out of stuff. You know, when you're trying to read through stuff and pick out fluff and see what comes first, what you need, what you don't need, it can be very overwhelming. But it's fun doing puzzles, right? I know I loved doing puzzles as a kid. Yay. Okay. So we've got 1.5 milliliters, 1.5 liters if normal saline is running and it's to be infused over 12 hours, which started at 8 o'clock in the morning. At 1200 hours, so that's noon, the doctor requests for the remaining volume to be ran over 4 hours. Calculate the milliliter per hour for the remaining volume. So this is going to be a little difficult, but that's okay because we got puzzle pieces. So we need to see what's going on. We got normal saline. It's 1.5 liters to run over 12 hours. And you started it at 8 o'clock in the morning. Boom. That's pretty straightforward and to the point. So anytime that you have an IV, you need to calculate the rate. The rate is always going to be volume over time. The total volume to be infused over the total time it takes to infuse it, okay? So that's the first thing we're gonna do. We always want to see how many milliliters per hour are is it running. So that's goal number one. Milliliters per hour. All right, so we know we got 1.5 liters and it's to go over 12 hours, right? So that's your volume over your time. But guess what? We don't have milliliters, so we're going to do our milliliter to liter conversion. And then we can do our puzzle piece, right? So it's going to be 1500 divided by 12, which is something that's in my calculator, 125 milliliters per hour. Okay, so that's how fast it's going. That was started at 8 o'clock. Y'all with me? Chief Keef, are you with me? All right. So at 1200 hours, the doctor requests for the remaining volume to be run over 4 hours. So At 1200 hours, the doctor requests for the remaining volume to be run over 4 hours. So this refreshed, this replay will be available. Okay, and that's where all of my replays are. So on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights, this is when like we really get into some stuff. Like this was just a little random session. I just pulled some questions and went for it. Okay, I didn't even know it was y'all out of class. So usually at night, that's when everybody's kind of typically done. So we get into some stuff. But my YouTube channel also has broken down problems individually like this. So if you don't want to watch the whole hour long, hour and a half, however long it is replay, then it's available. Yes. Can you do a microgram per kilogram per day or something similar? Do I have one? Let's see. Getting sticky. No. That song is stuck in my head. And I had to church it up. Sticky. It's getting sticky. I love microgram per kilogram per minute. I'm tired of my thing going off. Turn off all notifications. Why didn't I do that in the beginning? Lord have mercy. Y'all ever have like y'all phone ring so much so bad that like you have to turn off your ringtone? Like, bruh, that's me. I have to just have it ring and vibrate on my Apple Watch. It's crazy. Got PTSD from a ringtone. Boom. Yams the unicorn. I did a reconstitution one earlier. I got reconstitution on my channel as well. Y'all, I'm telling you, I got stuff on my channel for you. So you don't have to wait for me. You know what I'm saying? It's there. And don't forget the workbook too. It's like me in book form and it's cute and it's big. So this is the actual book itself. Ugh. You can't see it. You can't see it, but like it's got stuff in it. And then the PDF form is available for you like a tablet girly like me. All right. So yeah, quizzes on my website. I mean, there is stuff there. We're going to defeat dosage all 2025. All 2025. And make sure that you do go to my socials and my YouTube. So if this is taken away from us again in March, because we don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. But I know when we did go down, we still had Study Buddy Sunday because the nurses are coming. Okay? Yeah. So what is going on? Always stay flexible. Yes, flexible. Okay. A patient is receiving, this is going to be the last one for the day, y'all. Okay. A patient is receiving an IV drip at 40 milliliters per hour. The patient weighs 112 kgs. The drug is applied in a concentration of 500 milligrams per 250 milliliters. How many micrograms per kilogram per minute is the patient receiving? See, there you go. Move your face. Move your face. Move.
I love y'all.
Yeah. Always trying to crash my life.
How you doing, Mama?
Michaela, move.
Okay.
Smell like school. All right. What is the goal? I'm sorry, y'all. I get crashed. My kids come. See, I have to do it when my kids ain't here. They try to steal my shine. Okay. Boom. What's the goal? What is the goal? What the question is asking? Not smell like school. They come in, they smell like school. Like school. I don't know. You know what school smells like. All right, so boom. Our goal is microgram per kilogram per minute, right? Smell like education. I don't know if education smells like that, but I don't know. All right. What are our puzzle pieces? Remember to keep everything together that's together and everything that's by itself, right? So we got 40 milliliters per hour, 112 kgs, and then we've got 500 mg per 250 ml. All right. What, my friends? If you've been here, you ought to know by now. You ought to know. You ought to know. What are we starting with? We don't. So what are we gonna start with, Shanice? Danielle? I see it. I see it. I see it. Remember, when y'all get these rules down, it's gonna make so much more sense. Start with what you're looking for. You don't have to go find it. What's on the top? Micrograms, right? Do we have any? Mm-mm. That's okay. We got milligrams right here. So 1,000 micrograms is 1 milligram. Now I can go and use my milligrams. Okay. Boom. It's okay to start with a conversion. The puzzle pieces are going to puzzle piece and they're going to set up your equation so that the math will math. Okay. Now we got milliliters on the bottom, right? That's not part of the goal. Kg and minute are, but not milliliters. So we'll do 40 ml over hour. Milliliters crosses out. Now I got hour at the bottom. I need minute. So what am I going to do? 1 hour is 60 minutes. Boom, boom. That's goal number 2. So we already started with the micrograms. We've got the minutes. So the last goal is the kgs. Do we have a puzzle piece that has kgs in it? Mm-hmm. Where we're going to put it? On the top or on the bottom? Get sticky. It's getting sticky. Where does the goal tell you to put the kgs? Where does the goal tell you to put the kgs? It's getting sticky on the bottom right here, just like those minutes are. So guess what I'm gonna put it at? Getting sticky. Boom, on the bottom. Now our puzzle is completed. Got it? Make sense? You want your equation, the units of measure. Numbers not important to the end, okay? The numbers are gonna number, the math is gonna math once your equation is set up. You want those units to be in the same place as the goal is. Because remember, that's the picture on the puzzle box. That's what you want your puzzle to look like once it's done. Remember? So we want micrograms on the top. Whoop. Milligrams. I mean, sorry, not milligrams. Kilograms. Boop. And minute. Boop, boop on the bottom. And that's how you do this type of hard. This is one of the harder ones. This is like a critical drip. That's how you do that. Now we can do the math. Ooh. Get sticky. So y'all remember the calculator trick? 1,000 times 500 times 40 divided by 250 divided by 60 divided by 112. 11.9 mics per kilogram per minuto. Puzzle complete. So, what y'all think about it? Y'all let me know. How we liking this? Does it make sense? It makes dollars. Does it make sense? Like, any questions? Any questions? Makes sense. Love it. Hey, okay. I got most of these problems right. Can you please show me how to do desired over half method? You know what? I am. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you what you're asking for. I'm catching on a little bit. So the desired, hold on real quick. Got one of my drivers calling me. Hold on. You just hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I run a transport business, and we transport patients in the afternoons and in the mornings and throughout the day, from dialysis to doctor's appointments to surgeries and everything else. And yeah, it's a Friday afternoon, and everybody's trying to get home for the weekend, so I can't be mad at them. All right, so somebody asked me to show you the other method. Okay, it's really not a desire versus have type of deal. It's just math. Because it's like, what do you desire? What do you have? You know what I'm saying? All right. So what we're looking for again is mics per kilogram per minute. Each of those slashes indicates division. Okay. All right. So what we need to do is we're going to see how many micrograms they are receiving of the medicine. So what is the medicine? 500 milligrams over 250 mLs, right? Wait a minute. Yeah, 250 mLs. All right. So if they got 40 mLs, this is going to give us our whatchamacallit, our milligrams. Okay. So boom, 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 boom. 250x equals what's that? 2,000. Is that 2,000? 1, 2, 3. Three decimal, three zeros. I had to double check sometimes. 20,000. Boom, four zeros. Right. All right. So we divide that by 250. And so that's going to leave us with X, right? So 20,000, because we did 500 times 40 divided by 250, which is going to be 80 milligrams. And remember, this was going per hour. So first of all, we need to make this micrograms, right? So we can move our decimal 3 places. That's how y'all like to do it, with the decimal moving, right? So we'll do 80,000 micrograms, and that's per hour. We need to know the minutes, right? Because it's per kilogram per minute. So I'm going to divide this by 60 because there are 60 minutes in an hour, and that's going to give me my microgram per minute. So 80,000 divided by 60. It's gonna be 1,333,333,333,333, right? Mics per minute. And I'm in the way. Whoop. Now, the only thing that we have to divide it by now is the weight, which is its kgs. So I'm going to take that and divide it by 112 kilograms. Boom, 112. So that's going to be what we got, 11.90476, whatever the ever. So that's mics per kilogram per minute. So which way do y'all like better? The puzzle pieces or the mathy math way? One of one. Yes, I did it via dimensional analysis. Somebody asked me to do it the other way. So this is the other way. Wait, what's going on here? I look away when I'm look away. Uh-oh, I gotta put my puzzle piece up here. Boom. Yes, look away. Look away. Look away. Shield your eyes. The puzzle for sure. Sometimes both shy. Okay. No, take me back. No, I wasn't ready. No. Yeah. So this is the kind of problem that I like to make believers out with. You start out with some of the easy stuff, and it's okay to use desire because you have a desire. You have a have. Most that you might have to convert would be like a weight or from grams to milligrams or milligrams to micrograms or whatever. But when you get to stuff like this and you're not really strong at math, that's when it gets too real. They kept it too real. So, yeah, that is the way that you would do it if you weren't using dimensioner analysis or the puzzle pieces. Alrighty, you guys. It's been so cool kicking it with y'all this afternoon. I will be back on Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. This study session will be available for replay in just a couple of seconds. So, if you want to review what we did in this impromptu session of studying with Nurse C, a blessed RN, then it will be available. Also, check out the other videos I got. If you want more breakdown and a reference module and over 300 practice problems, my workbook is available in the link that's in my bio in ebook format or in a physical format, which is a spiral bound, pretty little cute pink book. 300 plus problems. And then the website. The website. I need to show y'all the website. Hold on. Hold up. This is the website right here. Okay. Well, this is part of the website. That's the home page. This is, come on, home page. Home. So that's the website. See? But if you click on the top on study and quiz resources, you will have your quizzes with the videos before the quizzes. You just have to log in with your email. It's free. It's a free quiz, okay? And you just log in and then it'll tell you what it's about. And then here's a video to help you before you take the quiz. So it'll show you exactly how to do it. Oh, that's the book. It's telling you get the book, get the book. So I gotta sign in to confirm I'm not a bot. I'm not gonna sign in because yeah. But yes, you have quizzes that you can take. So yeah, y'all make sure you study. You got to study to show that self-approved, a workman who needed not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. That's what the Bible tells us, right? So you got to study to show thyself approved. Y'all are going to be the proficient, prudent, smart, confident, professional nurses. So therefore, you have to study and you have to practice. That's how you get better at these, okay? So y'all do not suffer in silence. Go to their YouTube, subscribe, look at them videos. Come on, Study Buddy Sunday. Come on, Work It Out Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and study with me. Do your practice questions. Get your book. Or go to wherever you can to get your practice questions, and you have to practice. And the more that you do the puzzles, the better it is, okay? So, y'all have an excellent, excellent Friday. I hope you have a blessed and safe weekend. I hope that something I have said or shown you has made it just a little bit easier, and y'all be blessed. The nurses are coming, y'all. The nurses are coming. We're going to defeat Dosage all 2025. Yes, study to show yourself approved. A workman needed not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. God did not give y'all the spirit of fear, so y'all stop saying that too. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm scared. Where did that come from? We rebuke it. We rebuke that. Yep, 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 yep. So y'all get with these puzzle pieces. Study with Nurse C, and I get degrees, or at least pass dosage calculations. Yes, but of power and love and a sound mind. Exactly. You got to tell yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe whose you are. You got to believe what God says about you, okay? The plans he has for you, the thoughts that he has for you. For you. You can do this. Why me? Why not you? You can do it. You can do it. Okay? All right. See y'all later. Bye.